And welcome to another episode of Grind.Music.Repeat, man. We back again. Want to say first, shout out to the viewers, shout out to the listeners, shout out to the people that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shout out to all of that right there. We working on the wrap up show this week right here. This list of guests, it was just amazing, and it's just a nice build up off of season one, and I just wanted to sit here and take some time out to be grateful and thankful for this work that we put in and how appreciated it is when y'all get the chance to view it and stuff like that. So I just want to kind of thank y'all for that like that. Like these moments we had on season two, just from Big Chemistry talking about his chemistry with Bo Bangs, or Jordan talking about what hip hop mean to him, and he said as far as he gotta separate himself from certain things to become what he truly. He gotta separate himself from what he truly trying to be, and you just think about how we have Bo Bangs and Zany up here, and we talked about like how they love for the art of battle rap. You know what I'm saying? What could win a battle? What could lose a battle? Like who's some of their favorite battle rappers and stuff like that, and how we discussed the Kendrick and the Drake battle and stuff like that. Like it's just a lot of moments up here, or how we had Big Salsa up here talking about how he got into his bag, like his development, like, you know what I'm saying, where he get all his energy from, his vibes and stuff like that. And then you get outspoken to MC, you know what I'm saying, up there representing North New Jersey and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, like representing, you know what I'm saying, being outspoken, you know what I'm saying, like keeping it her vibe, like what she got, like what she like to do, and holding it down for her artists and stuff like that right there. Then you can talk about like how Coco Filipina came on and discussed like her levels of artistry, and she can't really critique nothing that she can't do, and that's just big in this game, because it's a lot of criticism, it's a lot of you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't doing enough, you ain't got it like that. And then they just certain people that can feel the same way, and they'll let you know those kind of steps to evolve and change into grow into things like that, like we've been doing on Grind.Music.Repeat. And how we got DeAndres up here, the big boss, the big queen from the BAP over here, you know what I'm saying, talking about her passion for singing and stuff like that, where she get her inspiration for lyrics from. It's just amazing to see. And then we get the book sweep over here, and we really ran the book sweep, you know what I'm saying, and he talking about his, like how he got that passion for trying to, you know what I'm saying, highlight these kids that's really doing their thing over there. And I want to say shout out to them dark horses, man. Got to keep on rocking, man. Stick with it, yo. Stick with each other, yo. It get rough. But yeah, that book sweet, and all of the teams that he covering and stuff like that. And then just how nice it is for the parents to see, like, yeah, my son. Yeah, that's my son right there. Like my daddy be doing. Yeah, and then another thing, like just the growth of the show, as far as like how we started working on the flyer, you know what I'm saying, and then how that thumbnail so nice every time it's up there right there. Yeah, I just want to say shout out to 810 Studios for letting this grow, and I want to say thank you personally to Miss Tamika, because she see the vision, and then sometimes it be pieces of it that I don't, you know what I'm saying, speak too much about, because I just like to make it happen. And I thank her for being there, supporting, you know what I'm saying, HoodRockTV, Draquan over here, representing the vision. one of the biggest moments, or just, I think it's just an overall thing, like we're on Grind.Music.Repeat, is the music conversations that we have, you know what I'm saying, these discussions, because it's rooted in, like, it's so much history and life, and then everything got a song that go to it. So it's just about how people create it, how people interpret it, how people break it down. And that's what we're gonna keep giving you on these Grind Music and Repeat shows. More in-depth interviews, more in-depth details and stuff like that. More content being pushed out. So like we really building over here, and they ain't too much we gonna make excuses for. And we always gonna have a nice reason to do great things. So I just want to say thank y'all for locking in, tuning in with your boy Draquan, and I want to say thank you to all the guests too. And I want to say, if anybody is feeling like you know, like, oh yeah, you know, that's something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to get on Grind.Music.Repeat? We got the email. It's info@810 Studios, and that's gonna be info@810 Studios. If you shoot it to there, we're gonna check you out. Then we're gonna send you as far as like what kind of questions and stuff like that we discuss. We don't do the messy business and none of that like that, because it's Grind.Music.Repeat. If it ain't about music, we really can't use it. And I want y'all to keep on liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, you know what I'm saying, so that we can Grind.Music.Repeat every day of the week. So how do y'all feel about like the art of battle rap? You know what I'm saying? Like what it represents.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Because I'm a competitive person. Like, I want to win at everything. We throwing a plastic bag, I'm going to say mine ain't no focus. So I want to win at everything. So I love competition, period. And it's something I love in hip-hop. So the competition just, I'm excited, bro. Like, I can't even explain it.
I love when the skill is the main focus. Ooh. I love when it's the skill. It's not about the antics. It's not about the metro. Make some beat. You know, it's not about that. It's about the skill. What it took to get those bars off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The delivery. Yeah. Whether they had to one take it, whether they had to punch it. I want to know all that type of information. Or if they standing face to face, I want to see just how sporadic it could be right off the top, like boom. Oh, you gonna rebuttal that, and then you gonna go into your word. To see that's what I love. I love the skill about the whole thing, man. And if it ain't exuding like straight skill, you lost me. I'm done with it.
So not with the antics, not with the don't matter what beat is. Well, the beat kind of do matter, but you like the technicality of it pretty much.
Oh God,
I'm with that too. I 100% agree with that.
So what's the best skill to have in a battle though? Like a skill where it's almost like the Infinity Gauntlet, or
you talking about rap battle on the stage, like smacking them.
Yeah.
Okay. And
that, cause we kind of in between both right now. I like where we.
I know exactly what's the Thanos Gauntlet. I know what it is.
What's that?
It's being able to grab the crowd.
Oh.
Be able to making the crowd react to what you're saying. I don't care if you're talking about fruity Skittles or whatever. As long as you can get the crowd to say ooh, ah, and or you know how to make the crowd say something back to you when you saying something.
Yeah.
That's
wow. So crowd control. With that involves performance.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
But to me, I
think it's kind of it's a different tool though, because crowd control and then that performance aspect, it's kind of like you gotta separate those two to actually get to, so you can highlight the skills in one. Like, cause like, okay, well, put your hands in the air, and they putting their hands in the air. Is that a performance aspect, or is it like where, like, but like where you locked in and they remembering your songs and they rapping your lyrics with you?
Yeah,
that's that's one of the best feelings in the world.
But that's like
boy.
Stardom too. Like when DMX had that million people out there saying, his words, he running back and forth across the stage. But I say you gotta tie performance into that, because you can come out like, shout out Baby J. Like when he came out at the award show, he said, he explained who he was, and he was like, when I say Baby J, I need y'all to say you heard. And that's the crowd feedback, right?
Yeah, right.
So if his performance did not match up to that, then the crowd ain't gonna waver. They're not gonna follow you no more. Especially in battle rap, that one-on-one type.
Shout out to the Baby J too. Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, shout out to Baby J.
That's a nice aspect right there. So what's something that could like what's something that could lose a battle for you? Like
emotion.
I like that.
Emotions, that's cool, but just not being prepared. Ultimately, bro, it's gonna come down to the skill. We right here, we in front of each other, bro. Who's gonna deliver this thing the best? You know what I'm saying? Who's got the wordplay, who's got the skill, and who's gonna deliver this thing the best?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go up there and keep fumbling around and think you're gonna win. That's just not gonna happen.
Nah.
Bro. It's just not gonna happen.
That's it. And to me, too many personals sometimes.
Too many
personals. Like, bro, I want to see if you can rap. I don't want to keep seeing these personals. Oh, I know about this and I know about that. Nah, let's get to the bars. That's the thing about the Kendrick. Since we back and forth, that's the thing. It might get too messy if they keep spilling tea on each other. But we can say that.
We can.
Hey, that's what they signed up for.
Yeah.
That's what Kendrick signed up for. That's exactly what he signed. I mean, Come
that's
on,
how
bro.
you gotta rap with Drake. You gotta
That's the big three. It's just Big Me. You don't think I feel like the whole, when he said that, forget the big three. Yeah. The rest of the rappers should have came in too. Cause, bro, I felt offended.
Kendrick do a lot.
I felt offended.
Control,
like, I'm like, yo, really?
Nah, they ain't gonna do that. Kendrick did Control, bro. They know not to mess with him.
Who cares, bro? Control was one verse. Any rapper could have did that on that scale.
One verse too, though.
On that scale of things right there, anybody could have did that. Like, the verse is hard, but it's not the hardest verse in the world. It was just him calling everybody out. What rapper don't call everybody out? Right now, I'm ready to go with anybody.
Yeah, it won't the goodness of the song. It was because he called everybody out.
Right.
Okay. But the reason I brought that
shock value. You hear me?
But we go jump straight into this one, yo. How we get to start though? You know what I'm saying? Like how do that begin? Like as far as the music career, like what stages? You know what I'm saying? Like how you?
We take it back to the trailer park days.
Yeah.
Take it back to the trailer park days.
Yeah.
That one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Nah, but let's start it just playing around on the bicycle. You know what I'm saying? And then it just. I don't know if it was. I guess you say now it was wordplay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wordplay, playing around in the house. And before these CDs, I'm about to tell you it's old school. Before these CDs, before I know how to do it on the CD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had the cassette tape. You know what I'm saying? The radios with the cassette tapes. And I found out how to record myself just saying some words. So what I do was I listen to it on one end. It's a flip side tape. If you remember, you know what I'm saying? You can flip the tape, play it on
side A, side B.
Yeah. But you can also record on it at the same time. So I found a way to play some music.
Yeah.
Listen to it in my headphones and record. I'm like, damn, okay. As a little boy, I'm like, okay, it sound nice. You know what I'm saying? It started off like that, and then I ran with it for a little bit and tried to get a couple of fellas' ears. You for one, you know what I'm saying? You're right there in the start, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Devo too, bro.
Yeah.
Back to the start, you know what I'm saying, as far as like experimenting and stuff like that. I think like some of my earliest joy was like we had the laptop and we set it up in the car and we had Tour, yeah.
That's right. Tour car. That was the moving studio.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So as far as like coming into your own, as far as like getting on that level where you actually going to the real studios and stuff like that, like what's some of that creation of style that you seen, like where, okay, you know what, this is my thing. Like how did you figure some of them things out or them experiences?
I didn't even go to no studio. I started at the house.
Yeah.
I started at the house with a laptop, a do-rag that you tie around your head.
Yeah.
I used that as my speak guard for my microphone.
Yeah.
My first microphone was EA Sports.
Oh,
EA Sports for the I'm trying to figure out what it had, the USB tour, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no actual mic like we use with the condenser mics these days, you know what I'm saying? But I used the wire hanger that we use our clothes with, you know what I'm saying? I use that for the microphone, you know what I'm saying? The microphone and the rag, start off my laptop and my closet in my room, and I ran with that. So I was like maybe 17, 18. I ain't seen no real extra studio till I was like 18. Yeah. I did all the recording myself. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Everything myself.
You saying like EA Sports, like EA Sports. If it's in the game,
if it's in the game, microphone, John Madden. Yeah. They had a microphone for football. Yeah. But I use that as my rap microphone. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I still got it to this day. Yeah, it's a trophy. It's going to this day. I still got
that right there. Yeah. Them definitely like them memories of like when I ain't always have it how I got it, and I can't be too worried about too much else because I done did it with so much less before.
Did it with so much less, so I know when I actually get to, you know what I'm saying, the big equipment, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just more sound and more effect. But what I started with and what I had to use to make my music work, you know what I'm saying? Arts and crafts, what I call it. Right.
So what's your studio setup looking like now then?
Right now it's all in the process. Yeah. I haven't did no recording. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't did no recording because I just been trying to push one single. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to learn the fundamentals. Yeah. The music. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their different ways how they moving with it. started doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like 15 years in this game, you know what I'm saying, with this music. But you know what I'm saying, it's a slow process. So it's all learning. Like I said, I thought I'd be overnight. Over here. You know, every kid think it's overnight. You know what I'm saying? Hit it overnight. But no, it's not like that, man. There's more to it, man. I didn't know it was more foot power to it back in the day. 16 years old, you know, back then. You know, I think it's that more you got to, you know what I'm saying, be out there pushing this work, and then you got to have support with you. Support is a big deal. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Support can come from support mean most people support not just money, you know what I'm saying? Support mean, you know what I'm saying? I need that I need that advice. I need that opinion. You know what I'm saying? I need that yes or no. You know what I'm saying? Support coming all ways. And back then, I didn't really have that. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot that I didn't have to know where I was trying to get to. You get what I'm saying with that?
So you say like a mental, somebody that has a mental investment. Like, yo, I see what you're doing. Yo, when you do it like this nice. But when you do it like that, I don't know, probably keep it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like film, somebody in the film room with you.
Exactly. It won't never nobody like that for me because it won't nobody that was trying to do music with me. You get what I'm saying? At the time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, like me, how I do it, how I write it, sometimes 16 ain't enough. So I really gotta, like you say, get straight to the point. Like, don't have no filler in there. Bar after bar after bar. Just lining it up like that. Kind of like I'm pretty sure you familiar with Sue Surf. Like how him and Tay Rock, they got this joint where they do the AMG mode, and it's just rapid punches in succession. And it's not it ain't no filler. It ain't like and I'm just gonna say this to say this so I can set this up to say this. Nah. Get straight to it, man.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. I like that.
Gotta get straight to the point, and that's what I'm on. I'm on straight to the point. 12 bars, 6 to 8, and I like to get straight to the point. And then on top of that, I do different type of music. My genre that I'm doing right now.
Talk about that. Yeah.
Is house music. I'm doing house Jersey music.
Okay.
So that's what I'm on now. Later on, I'm gonna try to put like some boom bap with Jersey club, some rock and roll with trap and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do different genres and change the culture a little bit. And change the culture with the bars and stuff like that. Like we might do 4 or 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how did like, you know what I'm saying, you get your way into like doing house music?
Jersey is real big with house music and stuff like that, and Baltimore and Philly and stuff like that. So I was raised on house music all day, and I know a lot about house music, like Crystal Waters, CC Prince, things like that, Loretta, Melody. These are all different type of artists from Jersey. And then we have Jersey Club DJs, DJ Smalls, we have DJ Unique. We also have Cookie Kawaii, and we also have J Hood. We have different type of things in Jersey. DJ Slinky, DJ Taj. You can look them up. These are very important Jersey club DJs. And DJ Pro Fluent. I can't forget DJ Pro Fluent. He worked with the Fleet DJs.
Yeah, Fleet DJs right there. Yeah. That's what it is right there. I really like. I want to say it first right now. Thank you for joining the show. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a pleasure to get here and discuss the music. You know what I'm saying? With the same kind of passion we have for it and stuff like that. And I think it's always a blessing to spend my Saturdays like this. So I want to thank you. You know what I'm saying, for coming to check us.
Welcome. You're welcome. And I love your spirit and I love your show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So okay. So like we making music. Okay, we learning how to structure the bars. We figuring out our own cadence and structure like that. Okay, so what's one of your favorite songs you ever made?
My favorite song right now that I made is Two Disloyal Men, and I like Get Down because that's a tribute to my stepfather that passed away. I wanted to make the song a little bit mixed emotions, like my dad died, but I still want to have fun at the same time.
Kind of kick that seriousness, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, toast up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I want to bring something different to the music nowadays, like substance, but still have fun at the same time.
Yeah. That's always a powerful way to create music, through like emotions or through thought. Like sometimes you could just find yourself just following a trend, and then there other times where it's like you blazing your own path, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And so like as creators like that, we gotta always find that next level, like think ahead and then think again. Like they call it cutting edge technology now. But yeah, like just that right there. Okay, so how do we come into a label situation? Where do we get Brick Styles ENT from? How do that come about? What's the birth?
Oh, the birth of it. Well, Bricks,
Yeah.
Brick City. That's the name of Newark. You know what I'm saying? Newark is New Jersey is Brick City. Newark vibes, and I got that from there. The style is because what Jersey brings with style that we have, and the energy near threat. The energy is from me. I'm a positive energy person, and I'm not a threat to anyone.
Anybody? Nah. Yeah, I feel that.
I'm not a threat to anyone. I'm very positive. You can't make my day ruin or nothing because God got me. That's it.
I respect that to the highest. So what does like hip hop mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's like higher infinite power healing our people. You know what I'm saying? Like just something where we can always have a different way to express things, and where we can drop knowledge and give game in a different kind of format, rather than, because some people don't like for you to be pointing at them and just telling them stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a thing where sometimes they gotta find it on their own.
Yeah, I agree. I think like it's like, to me, it's just like, it was like an outlet, like where I could like express myself.
Yeah.
Because like it's weird though, like with my friends and stuff, like I could be more open, but like with my family, like I feel like I'm a little bit more shut off. That's just because they see me in a different way than what like my friends and stuff see me. Because I've been through situations with my friends that my people don't know about. I've been through situations with my people that my friends don't know about. But it's like the stuff that like made me who I am. Like I went through more of that stuff like with my friends, and I try not to bring that to my family because, like I said, like they see me in a different way. So I feel like it was just a way for me to like Childish Gambino said this one time, and it like really stuck with me. It's like it was a way to cut out the middleman. Like you can't go tell everybody my problems because I already said it. Like I already told it, so you can't go tell everybody. Like you cut out the middleman. So that's what it was for me. Like anything I got going on, like if I don't talk to nobody about it, it's like I just address it right here and then put it out, and then we can have that conversation after.
Dang. Yeah, that's definitely that. So if I say something like no worldly values, like what that mean to you, bro?
Yeah, that was the put on, bro. That was the come up.
Yo.
Like that whole process, like that was probably like a really new experience for me. Cause like before, like when I was recording, like I would just record by myself. Like I'll just do it like alone or whatnot. But that is like recording with other people, writing with other people. And then we did the video. I never did that before either. That was brand new. Like it was just, I don't know. It just made me feel like we could take this, like something that started right here. We could take this like up here. Like that's what it was feeling like. That's what it still feel like. Like it's only up. We can only go up.
Yeah. Dang, man. That's how many tracks out there that I still listen to. Dang, I can't think of the name of that joint. I think you was first and I was second, and then we had Denzel Washington talking.
Oh, that's dang, what? I know I can't think of the name of that one. But I know
everything they tripping on.
Yeah,
that right there.
I remember that. We recorded that at Chemistry House, I think.
Shout out to Big Kim,
Yeah. Had me up super early to record that.
That's that right there. Like, so like, is there ever like a favorite song you loved creating, like out of all of your songs, like all of your tracks, all of your tapes?
I can tell you my top two.
All right.
So one was Nina, just because the way that came about, which we could talk about that too.
Yeah.
And then the No Worldly Values, that song, like the one that we did.
Yeah.
Cause all right, so that one was that's probably number one, because that was the first. That was the first song where I was like super, super, super hype about. It's because when I heard your verse, you sent it to me, and I was like, oh man, I was like, what am I about to come with up here? And then like that was like midway through the verse, and then like when it ended, I was like, we need something else in here. So I added the Stephen A. Smith in there. I was looking for different Stephen A. Smith reactions.
So that's where that came from. It was we just needed something else.
Yeah, I was like, we need something in this part to go into the next verse.
So what made you pick that though?
Like, because of how the verse was, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, we need to add something else. And then I added that, and then I did my verse, and I was just so hyped. Like, I was so, like, I probably played it like 10 times before I actually sent it to you. But I was just so hyped because, like, it aligned perfectly. Like, the Stephen A. Smith stuff, and then my verse, and then going back into the hook, like, it all went so perfect.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was like pieces of like some of the thoughts that I had for creating stuff. And then it was just like when you did that kind of open, oh yeah, I can do all that stuff I've been thinking about. Cause like when you going places and you paying for like studio time and stuff like that, it's certain things where you'll have to just be on the money with it. And then if you ain't got it, it ain't no, oh well, go search this up and download this too for me and all of that. You really can't do that like that. So like when you creating with your own mediums, you can just add what you want to, like how you talking about the voice messages and stuff like that.
That's like that was a thing that's different from like my first two, I believe. Like after those two, like that kind of like I kind of fell off from that. That's because I wasn't recording by myself no more. Like I was like going to Mike's house to record, or TY house. And like me personally, like I feel like if I'm recording by myself, like it's free range to do whatever. Like I think about something like, oh, I can add this. Like when I added that Denzel Washington thing in that one and the other song too. I forgot the name of the other one too. But when I add stuff like that, I feel like it's because I'm by myself, so I could just do it. But if I'm like recording with somebody else, I feel like I'm just asking too much. Like, hey bro, hey, look this up and then put this right here, like right here. Like I just feel like it's asking for too much, so I kind of like fell off.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. So I mean, but coming to that, like if it's the idea though, I mean, shoot, what limits once you go through the, you know what I'm saying, to see that idea?
And that's the thing. Like so if I'm at like TY house, like like so if I'm like with Mike or something, like I could just add it in myself. Like I'll just add it in myself. Like I ain't, because I know Mike, like he got like a lot to do, like or whatnot.
Shout out to the Zany,
shout out
the businessman. Like
shout out to Zany.
Even in them, that I don't mean to cut you off, but even in them days, like recording with Zany, man, it was an experience, and it was like a thing where he put us under the microscope, you know. Like I just started thinking about that, yo. Shout out to him, yo.
He did. but no, like so yeah, like if I'm recording with him, like I would just, when I get the song back, like I try to add it in before, like beforehand. I just try to add it in beforehand. But like if I'm with like TY or something like that, like I would just like, hey bro, can you add this? Like I think I'm gonna do this right here. Like it's just a little bit easier. Like no disrespect to Mike, not saying like it's difficult, because I don't think I ever tried it like with Mike, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like Mike, like when he get into that mixing and all that stuff, like when he get into that, like he into that. So
because he like his joint, like he got like a I can't describe the process. He got this thing where like when Zany mix it, everything better be leveled, or it ain't gonna be in there.
Like
he gonna cut it out.
Get into it for real. So it's just like, hey bro, I ain't about to add on that extra stuff for you. Like, hey bro, I add it before you. Like
And
He
I
be
respect
into it.
that, yeah. Cause I think with certain songs that we as artists that we create, they are made for like a certain kind of demographic, a certain kind of audience. And
Exactly.
they don't always perform well in all of those, those kind of arenas. Like trying to take a conscious kind of deep kind of thought person and then okay, well yeah, we're gonna see if he can perform in the club.
Mhm.
Nah, that's probably not his stage. But if you just give him that spotlight, you got the mic lit up, that might be the same kind of that might be where you thrive at. So I could see that. So okay, but with radio, what other ways you have seen like radio change and evolve from like you since you started?
Wow. I mean, what I think is really strange now, local radio. Local radio, when back in the day, you wouldn't hear certain things on the radio. Now you hear everything on the radio. You get what I'm saying? So people don't understand that radio, TV is brainwashing, is influencing to especially young people, and some people grown. They get influenced from it. You know what I'm saying? They feel as though, oh, I gotta wear that. Oh, I gotta get that. Oh, I gotta say that because I heard that in the song. They said try it with boom, boom, boom. People don't realize that radio, TV, and things like that. I don't care if it's online radio, you get what I'm saying, YouTube or whatever, you get what I'm saying. If it's an outlet to get into somebody's ear, it's getting into their brain. You get what I'm saying? People just
Yes.
gotta look at it for what it really is.
Yeah. Mhm.
And far as now, the radio plays anything. You get what I'm saying? They have no conscience when it comes to it. I mean, a lot of songs that I hear on the radio, like one song I couldn't believe I heard. I don't know who it is. So I'm glad I don't. But the song was basically saying, um, "Oh, I got a boyfriend," and he said, "So what? I don't forget your boyfriend." The song is literally
Yeah.
saying it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you gonna be with me tonight. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, but it's it's on at 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm driving to work. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that means if it's on at this time, these kids hearing it too.
Hmm.
you know, Pound Town, like these Sexy Reds, and I mean, it's no class, it's no.
Yeah.
Now radio just say anything, they cuss, they say anything. So, what do that do for us as online radio? To me, I love that they're so messy now because now when you listen to Chat Shamelessly Plug, I got class with it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna turn off 95 or 93 or whoever you're listening to. You're gonna listen to Chat Shamelessly Plug because number one, you're not gonna hear all that raunchy. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a time and place for everything.
Hmm.
So you'll hear a lot of substance. You get what I'm saying? Shows, you know what I'm saying? Podcasts and things like that. So it's like to me, I think online radio became like radio in the car used to be. People are being more selective in what they play, what they air, as far as podcasts, as far as music, as far as whatever. But the radio, and on the other hand, no cut costs. It's like no holds bars. You turn the radio on, you gonna hear it.
Expansion mode, you know what I'm saying, now. But let's talk to about how we get here. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like conceptually, you know what I'm saying, how we get started on that.
Well, man, I've been talking about doing stuff like this for a long time. And I kind of hesitated, man. I'm a big introvert, and people now that realize that I have a podcast, man. They're like, man, oh, Chris, man,
Yeah.
podcast. But the real talk, my wife is the one that really kind of gave me that final push,
Yeah.
because she like, you've been talking about this stuff forever, and she went out
Hmm.
and bought me a new laptop and some of the recording equipment for as a Christmas present. So
Yeah.
and look, I done spend this money on you. So now you got no choice to go
Yeah.
and get out there and start
Well,
doing your
I
thing. But basically, man, I saw a void. I saw some demand that needed to be supplied
hmm
with especially in Clan, man.
Yeah.
Recently, uh it's been a kind of a dial back as far as coverage goes.
Hmm.
print media is taking a hit, which I mean, I'm not going to, harp too much on or blame those guys there. The independent, man, they've been downsized a lot. They don't have as many reporters as they used to have. And as far as like, that area in Suffolk County, man, it's been pretty much a dead space. WECT don't cover us that much anymore. We're not on Friday night footballs like we used to be. Star News isn't covering us anymore. Fayetteville Observer, I mean, really, they only rock with us, in the playoffs once, more of those Cumberland County teams get knocked out. So, I saw something, I saw a void there, and me as someone that's, been, out of state and been trying to find information and find stuff on, the team and on the games and stuff, it's always been kind of a challenge, So I'm thinking about it from that standpoint. I felt like okay, I could do something here that could help fill that void, and also be another avenue to kind of uplift these coaches and these players and bring more attention to to the school and to the team. And that's basically how I got started. And started off just covering Clinton last season. It went real well. A lot of people liked it. Um, some other people from Suffolk County had reached out and said, "Hey, man, I love what you're doing with Clinton, man. I would love for someone to cover my school like that." So that's why we kind of went with the expansion of covering all the Suffolk County schools. They're the old friend of mine, Brandon Simmons, man. Really solid football player from Hoffman back in the day. He's coaching at Southeast Raleigh. He hit me up and said, "Hey, man, you mind following us too?" And I guess the word got around before I knew it, man. I had at least 20 schools, in my inbox asking me, "Yo, look, you mind giving us cover?" I had to cut it off. I cut it off at 10 because at that point in time, it was just me. But in the future, we'll probably look forward to maybe expanding even more, depending on how everything goes. But that's how I came to, the 10 teams that I'm covering now. And I mean, I've just really been enjoying it, man. Like I said, sports is one of my passions, and like I said, even me being an introvert, if you want to get me talking about start talking about sports, man. Then I won't shut up.
Okay, so we started out as an artist, like, and then you say, what I'm saying, you got the skills, what I'm saying. So what made beyond, just saying like wanting to take the transfer over into the like more of the business side of it? Other than that, like, do you still have an artist passion like that? You still?
Because I'm a music critic, I kind of take what I do seriously. So while I still am able to make my art, and I still every year make 1 or 2 songs just to make sure I can do it, because I'm a firm believer in I can't critique music that I can't create. Like if I can't do it, then I shouldn't be asking you or telling you what to do with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
because
like
there's so many there's so many out of touch people who are telling everyone what to do, but they ain't never done it. So I don't tell anyone anything that I don't A, have the ability to do, or B, haven't done it myself.
Okay. So how did you get to start at 97.9 though? Like what kind of story was that?
I'll be honest with you. I'm blessed to have an amazing circle of friends. Big shout out to DY Nasty. Me and DY became friends through music, and when I made that evolution from artist to being on the other side of the fence, being a event coordinator, tastemaker, host, all that fun stuff, he kind of saw what I was doing, and we started doing events together. And DY, I had no idea, in the background for years was building a whole radio station while working side by side with me. He's probably one of the most secretive people. Besides, I leak. If y'all don't know, I'm a professional. I leak music. I leak facts. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, I write for blog sites too. So he kept this from me for like 3 years. But while we were doing our events, he kept saying, your loyalty is going to pay off. And watching you do what you're doing is going to pay off. And he didn't explain. He was watching me to see if I could do what I'm doing now, and that's breaking records without any bias. Because even when I was doing my shows, if you're my friend, it didn't make any difference between being my friend or a stranger. it's where the need is and where the talent is what I always go after. Yeah. And when DY saw that, it was just a natural fit for me to be the person on air breaking records. So I gotta give a shout out to DY Nasty, but I also gotta give a shout out to my fan base, because if it wasn't for them, he wouldn't have seen the need to be filled.
Yeah. I mean, how does a TY get started making music? Yeah.
Start from like hearing music much different than what I make, like R&B, like real poetic, like jazz, blues, just older, John Coltrane, music like that, some Mary J. Yeah. Hearing that and then just wanting to convert it into my own style in a different genre. Yeah. It's pretty much how it started. Yeah. Hearing, mom's clean and play this and play that.
That right there. Yeah. That's I think that's a big thing. Like, shout out to the Second and None. They down there doing their thing today. I was talking with them and it was like, yeah, what you know about that, Dre? And I was like, man, I probably knew Mary J before I knew all my ABCs, you know what I'm saying? So like it's like that coming up into the kind of music and stuff, and then finding a way to translate it, and then it's nice giving it back to the people and stuff like that. So like how you come into creating your own style, like off of like what you listen to, like off of what you gravitated to?
Like early, I say in the beginning with, like you say, translation. Like converting it into another form, my own form. Yeah. So I was wanting to be a poet. So I started in the early roots of like poetry. Yeah. Kind of like unorthodox poetry. But then it's like I wanted to be like kind of disguise it, because just environmental factors of certain it being that, you don't want to be a poet that's soft, so I would kind of took poetry into what I was doing. It was kind of like incognito. You couldn't really tell it was poetry, but certain pieces hit them. But I was always a poet, even through transcending through different genres. Whether trap, whether whatever it was, it would always be an element of poetry in it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What the music mean to you? Yeah.
Man, music is everything to me. Music is life. Music is love. Music is energy. Music is happiness. Music is peace. Like, music is literally everything to me. Like, I use music a lot of the time for motivation, just to even get me outside of the way that I feel sometimes. You can just, it's always a song that you can pick out for any emotion that you got. So you can just, boom, let me listen to this, because this is how I'm feeling today. Oh, nah, I'm turned up. Let me listen to this today, because we lit. Oh, man, I got something going on.
What's one you got for today? What's the song of the day today?
My song of the day today, I'm on some reggae today. I got my locks out. I had my lock kept on this morning. So I was on that Cuddy Ranks and Barris Hammond, Love Me How Forget.
Okay.
Yeah, so just that reggae. I like my music catalog crazy. I got a lot of different backgrounds of music. My daddy started me off on reggae and go-go whenever I was a little girl. Used to ride the city and just listen to big old the little album joints that he had. We just go scroll through, listen to them. They got like 40, 50 songs on each track. We just riding and vibing. So that kind of started everything off as far as music outside of what I was used to listening to in church and stuff like that. I always been singing in the choir. So I got the gospel over here. I got, like I said, the R&B and go there with my daddy. Then as I got older, like I branch off into the R&B and start hearing what they talking about and can actually relate to it. Country music, I don't really care for country music, but I worked in retail a lot, so it grew on me. So they got certain country songs that I even like too. But just all around, like music's just everything, man. Like if I had to live a life with no music, I don't know where I would be at right now.
I don't know.
I think I'd be pretty hurt out here.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Yeah, for real.
It'll be tough. So like with you and your musical background and stuff like that, so like what's like listening versus like creating, like what's different about the two? Well, I mean, obviously the whole job of it, or the task of it itself.
It takes something.
But like beyond that, like what you would see the difference is.
I like this. I always, they get on me all the time because I'm want to like to play the background. And whenever I say background, it's not just me saying that I like to play the background vocalist, but it's the fact that I can listen to everything. I like to think myself more so as the listener.
Yeah.
And being able to be that listener help you be able to put the creativity on for, because you can listen to this, listen to that, and take all three, a piece from all three, and be done compile something that is way bigger than what you could have did just listening to one of the songs. So being that listener is very, very important to me, just off of the strength of I can put everything together how I want to, and I can control this piece, control that piece, take this piece out, take that piece out, and just put it together how I want it to. So that's the whole thing with the listening and the creativity. You can't have, you can have one without the other, but you can't have that creativity without listening.
I just go life, you know what I'm saying? I see you, you know what I'm saying, got the TikTok jumping off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I see you kind of building a community that go along with you on your walks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you come about with that right there?
I mean, it really was just for me to stay consistent, you know, just giving myself something to do while I'm, you know, working on myself. So it was really more so that it gave me a reason another reason to keep getting up. You know what I'm saying? Let me just, you know, record a little something just to show that I'm here still. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. I done figured it out a little bit. And that's really what it was. It was just I'm figuring it out and getting there. You know, through you know some trials and whatnot. So that's really how that started. But people actually they gravitate to it and they, you know, they show love. They show love, and you know a lot of times you get on the internet and people, you know, there are a lot of negativity and whatnot, but it's always been like, you know, support. So that's been awesome. That's been awesome.
I see that you know, like as we evolve and what we like to create, what we like to do, you know what I'm saying, that it's kind of like we create our own brands, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Is that's something you think about, like especially like how you be up there with the flambe on the TikTok?
Hey, look,
like, you know what I'm saying, like,
hey, look, man.
You know,
now with the food
nice
stuff,
dishes,
man,
though, man,
the food stuff, that's just me being like, I want to learn like as many dishes as possible. And again, it gives me a reason to like, to learn how to plate and all that stuff and just showcase stuff like that. It's been just me trying to learn these different meals that I like, because I don't like going out like that. And it's like, man, if I got the skill set, then why not use it? And then why not take the time to learn it? Because it's right there. People teaching you how to cook it in under a minute. So you know what I'm saying? You just get up there, check it out, put your own spin on it, and you know your vision is your vision with the plating. And that's just all that is. And you know, again, people gravitate to that because they hungry.
Mr. J, I started off some time back. You know, I got more than, I guess, at this point, 20 years in the game, underground. I started out recording in a studio called Unique Studios. It used to be on Hay Street in downtown Fayetteville. Basically, when I started, I wanted to kind of do my own music because I was doing talent shows, but I was doing other people's music. You know, and I said, well, if I want to try to see if I could win, might as well just do my own music. I went to the studio. That kind of started or birthed, you know, the group. At the time, it was called the Omega Clan. It was myself, my brother, Prince Imperial, a cat named Mike Brown, a homeboy from high school. He went by Kid Chaos, and that's how we started. So we started going into the studio and making music, and basically it grew because we started doing talent shows around the town. We tried to do at different schools and stuff like that. Started to get a little bit of buzz. Ended up trying to work with the radio station, 99.1 at the time. And but they had other ideas for what they wanted us to be, or the kind of group they wanted. They wanted a little bit more clean kiddie group. We were all kind of, you know, preteens and teenagers at the time. We were just like, you know, we were on our own thing. So basically, we started trying to, you know, do other things that didn't really work out as much. It got us basically like a chance to get an East West record showcase at the time. But we had other people kind of delving in our pockets, kind of taken from my folks who were supporting us at the time.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned everything upside down. People kind of went their own separate ways after a while. But before that happened, we did get a distribution deal that came through Warner Brothers, but we didn't really know what that meant. We didn't know, exactly how that was supposed to happen, and how that was supposed to work out
and benefit y'all.
And benefit us at the time because we were kids.
So how do we get to a Big Kim? You know what I'm saying? Like Chemistry McNeil and then Big Kim. Like, do you see them one in the same, or how do you see that right there?
Oh man, Big Kim, Chemistry McNeil, Big Kim is a different than Chemistry McNeil. You know what I'm saying? So that's steps to that. I think it was layers to it. It was chemistry, you know what I'm saying?
So how we get there? That's crazy though. Chemistry, like
the chemistry was just, starting in school and stuff. Back on the karaoke machines and the flipping the tapes and the CDs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Battling with the boys on the bus and stuff like that. Just want to get better because they joning on me and stuff. So that turned me into chemistry in class and just mixing things. And I put that name together.
Okay.
And, after a while, just working through, I found that McNeil in the battlefield, down with Foxy 99 with Eminem and that
shout out to them.
Iron Mike shit, you know what I'm saying? I found McNeil, to kind of separate myself. Shooting Big Kim, that just came after that. That came from making moves and, probably messing with Cass, you know what I'm saying? Moving amongst bigger people, bigger names, and being able to touch people like that I thought I'd never be able to meet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to see what's gonna be next. I don't know.
Dang. So you was talking about the tape. So you was a tape deck king too?
The tape deck king.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! That a karaoke machine on the little Walmart joint. Putting that tape and that CD in there with the instrumentals on them and the little microphone and press record on that tape and then just have that instrumental and rapping and taking that tape back to school just to show that like, hey, play that at the house. You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Boy, you went in,
crazy. So that's like your earliest version of a studio.
Yeah.
That's crazy right there, man.
Machine,
and that's a testament to like continuity, like whatever you would do to get it in. Some people will let it limit themselves where they ain't got, I ain't got this, or I ain't got this, or rather than just trying to make something from it, they'll just struggle to start somewhere, and that's a big part of like being creative and what we do and stuff like that.
For the rain with the heavyweight. World Series law #1.